You Kyrie with them segues too.
Yeah, that was a great segue. That was a great. Janet, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys? Hi, earners.
Janet's got a plan.
I'm good. And
thank you to all. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Janet.
I was gonna say thank you to all the earners that submitted their questions ahead of time, making my job a little bit easier. I appreciate that.
Trying to run this a little smoother. You got it,
doing a great job.
Production on a high level. And I didn't call Social Security a Ponzi scheme. But if you got that,
why are they coming after you today?
No. I'm just, you never know. I might run for office one day, so I got to be very careful.
Yes, clear that up, please.
But if you inferred that from what I said, then I can't stop you from thinking I can't stop you from thinking that. But
President Rashad Bilal. Wow.
You never know. You never know what could happen, man. Senator, state senator, congressman, mayor of New York City.
Wow, the sky's the limit here. All right, so we're gonna start off for Robert Green.
That's hard.
Robert Green, unmute yourself, please. We are coming to you.
Hey, how y'all doing? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you fine. What's going on?
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Hey, first of all, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Ian and VestFest, man, it was awesome. I appreciate everything. I took away a lot of gems from that. But a quick question. I'm new to investing. I started investing pretty much when the pandemic started. So before that, I had an account with TD Ameritrade. Didn't know what I was doing. Pandemic, I got an account with Robinhood. First thing I did was jumped on the cheapest stuff I could, which was airlines, cruises. And I did all right. I'm up like 60, 70% to maybe 117. But
that's great.
Thank you.
Language is important. That's not good. That's great.
That's great.
Okay, cool. But after following y'all, I found y'all later, probably about August. So once I found y'all, I started to learn that maybe that wasn't the best investment. You know what I mean? There were other things that I could have invested in that were a lot better. So at this point now, I know that they've been going down, but I didn't know if I should hold them, continue to hold them. Maybe they may go back up to their previous highs that they were in March, maybe by next March, or should I just take profit and put them in quality?
Which ones are you in?
Oh man, I got United, I'm in Delta, and I'm in Spirit.
And how much you up on each of those?
So Spirit, I'm up 74%. Delta, I'm up 73%. And United, I'm up. United's low is 49. And then when it comes to the cruises, I had Carnival, I'm up 117. Royal Caribbean, 64. And Norwegian, I'm up 129. And then I had some other ones in there I wanted to get rid of too.
Do nothing.
Okay.
You're up so much.
I'm cool with holding them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know you're looking at some of the tech ones and like, oh, I could have been up 300%, but the returns that you have are amazing. Mm-hmm. Like if your lowest one is 47%,
sit tight.
Man, do nothing. Like Delta is going to take a while to get back to its all-time high. It may take maybe 18 months, but you're good. You're good. Okay. I can't have you sell those and then get into something else. No, you got in at a great price.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'll hold on to them then. No problem. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yo, congrats, man. Congrats.
Don't think that 70% or 60% is low. That is incredible. Most people won't get that in a decade.
I like the question too, because our accountability team was talking about that. One of us invested in airlines and was wondering what he should do. So I think a lot of earners have that question. Next, we're going to go to Corey Robinson. Unmute yourself, please.
Hey, y'all. How's it going?
Good.
What's going on?
Doing pretty good, guys, man. Just want to thank y'all for everything you do. And VestFest, I didn't get a chance to get out there, but I watched Ian's replay, and it was nothing but gems. So I wanted to piggyback off of futures questions I had off of there. You mentioned using Price Channel for those who weren't, I guess, somewhat new to the game. But what I want to know is, can we kind of couple that with our sniper setup as a way to get into the market? And would that be beneficial on an hour time frame?
I promised that I wouldn't talk about it in public. To answer your question is yes, but in the sniper group, I'll tell you the full answer. For everyone who's doing deductive reasoning, you guys can see me smile. But I want to keep it exclusive for InvestFest, so I don't want to come on here because if I start, I'm gonna get a whole strategy away. So
I feel you.
Yeah.
Friday.
Use that.
Okay. Appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. No problem.
Appreciate you.
You guys should have been there. I told you I wasn't bringing two tech two.
Shout out to Corey. He said he watched on the replay. We watched we got to actually watch InvestFest for ourselves, man. I just sat there in amazement, man. Shout out to the production team. I keep calling him Steve. Mike's like, his name is James. Shout out to James and his whole production team. He did incredible, man. It was incredible too. I'm like, this production is out of this world. Moving cranes and all that. Next question.
I can't wait to watch it.
You guys did a great job with InvestFest, for sure. Tristan Reeves, unmute yourself. We're coming to you.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you perfect. What's going on?
Well, first of all, fellas, just thank you all so much for the education, the applied knowledge I'm using, the platform. It's been life-changing. And Janet, thank you for calling on me. Ian, I had a question for you. I've been wanting to ask you this for weeks regarding BlackRock and Vanguard. I want to know your thoughts on this because it seems as though by the end of the decade, BlackRock and Vanguard are going to own pretty much everything. And coincidentally, the main holders of each one are each other. I wanted to know, with what you alluded to a couple weeks ago with China, Russia, and the Middle East, do you think that same strategy is being displayed towards America?
Let's take the BlackRock and Vanguard first. Yes, BlackRock and Vanguard, they are the two biggest power players in the investment space across every category. You're safe if you're there. There's a reason why I always said Vanguard from the very beginning, even when ARK was blazing hot. Look at the percentage of what Vanguard owns. They'll be safe for another 50 years. The China question, can you give that to me one more time?
You had alluded to a few weeks ago about Afghanistan teaming up with, in particular, Taliban with China, with Russia, perhaps talking about world domination, things like that. Do you think that same strategy is in place?
It's going to be attempted. I'm going to be honest, like geopolitical affairs, I'm going to stay away from. I'll say that. I'm going to stay away because I want to be able to move around and do what I want to do and make my vision come true. So I don't know. You tell me. I'm going to hit you with that. You can use body language and deductive reasoning after that. But as far as the teaming up strategy, there is a reason that things are happening. And I know some people are like, yo, you're a conspiracy theory. I'm like, go read.
Exactly.
Go read what is they're telling you the plan. You go read, you can put two and two together. But yes, investing in BlackRock and Vanguard. And when I'm looking at companies, I'm trying to see what percentage of BlackRock and Vanguard is in possession of, because that's a safety net. I know BlackRock and Vanguard won't go out of business tomorrow, or it's safe to me as Apple or Microsoft. I've put this in chat. Have you ever woke up and worried if Apple or Microsoft was going to go out of business? A lot of y'all worried about ARK. I told you they were going to come. Hey, we won't turn this into I told you so, but I told you.
Yeah. If you look at most technology companies, especially the ones that we invested in, if you look at who's invested in them, there's one name that you're going to see that is a guarantee, and that's BlackRock. So just a heads up on that.
Yeah. Be mindful. But if those two have them, it's a great. And then let's say hypothetically in 30 years they sell off or split. Whoever is the predominant funds that own the majority of everything, invest in them. Invest in them. Same thing with Bitcoin and Ethereum. I told you guys, pick the top two. Ethereum took off like crazy. Bitcoin is moving to its all-time highs again. If you invest in the top two, it's a strategy that works throughout time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, we didn't even have a crypto talk.
Huh?
I said we didn't even talk about crypto. Bitcoin's over 52,000.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got talk about NFTs too sometime before this month is over, because NFT market.
Yeah. We can do it next week.
Last month, NFTs was on fire quietly. A lot of people haven't been talking about it, but NFTs on fire.
Yeah, Keys put up something today too that was pretty interesting. We know how the NBA was having a success with. They were using the NBA highlights as success. The NFL has kind of put like on hold, like you can't use our property. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But you know, like we said before, this technology and this the NFT game, it's tough to stop. it's tough to stop. So we're gonna see.
Shout out to the crypto club too. They gave out NFTs to everybody that
I saw that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, shout out to the crypto club.
That attended InvestFest?
No, that attended one of their meetings. They all got NFTs.
That's dope.
I saw it on my timeline. I'm like, damn, this is okay.
Yeah. I mean, listen, when Cuban came on and said this is the only thing I'm really studying, and then Gary Vee is going crazy, like there is a reason. When you have like early adopters that have been known to make money and shift the market, follow what they're doing. It's a reason behind it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they did. They both said that for sure. Yep. And that was months ago. That was months ago. So NFTs, a lot of time people thought that NFTs was dead because it kind of slumped for a little bit. But if you've been studying the space, last month was the most profitable month ever for NFTs by a long shot. Just blew it out the water.
Yeah, we had that CryptoPunk talk about it started as a joke. And this is something, again, Cuban mentioned to us, right? He said he put his thing up on CryptoPunk and he set a price on it and he didn't put the percentage, and that was it. If you go now, you look at some of these CryptoPunks NFTs, we're talking 350,000.
Yeah.
At that time in February, I think he put his up for 11 and started at 11. We're talking about 350,000 now. Yeah, it's just a different space. So there's more knowledge.
Wasn't there a rapper that recently did an NFT album? I wonder how that.
Tory Lanez put out one. Yeah,
And also speaking of NFTs, Neo dropped his NFT at InvestFest at the VIP night. I spoke to his team about that beforehand. They was very excited about that. So yeah, I think people watch Tory Lanez and what it looks like. I don't know if it's verified or not, but he made $1 million. He sold 1 million NFTs for $1 a piece. So he made $1 million in 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know how much he has for the commissions for the resales of that, but I think that caught a lot of people's attention.
Nice residual.
And you see a lot of people dropping NFTs now. So
yeah, that changes the game. So that cuts out all the streaming services, right? So now Apple Music, that takes a hit. Like, so we got to be very, very cognizant of what's happening, especially in the music and entertainment space when it comes to NFTs.
That's the only thing I think Kanye should have did. He should have made Donda.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah, it would have went crazy.
Ooh.
Crazy. I don't know if he can though, because he's still under Def
Jam. Yeah, Def Jam released the album. They said, "Look, we ain't waiting no more."
Do you know about that?
They released. I heard him say, "Yeah." I heard that he said he wasn't happy that they released it at a certain time, but
they released the album without his permission.
Nobody owns us though.
So,
Don C, Kanye, call us.
Yeah,
Virgil, call us. It's New York Fashion Week, by the way. Sidebar. Jan, what we got next?
Let's go to Eddie Bridget Jr. Unmute yourself, please.
Wow.
I think he lowered. Oh, there he is.
Oh, he got his camera.
Oh, he got his camera. That's a first.
Got your camera on.
This is a
first time ever. What's going on?
What's going on? Okay, Beard Gang. Okay, Beard Gang.
What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Everything good.
Good, man. How you?
From the Bay, Oakland, California. What's happening, y'all?
Hello.
The area.
Hello.
We need to come see y'all for real.
Y'all gotta come to the Bay, man. LA. All right, LA is everything, but y'all gotta come to the Bay, bro, for real. But
yeah,
anyway,
I want to come.
I need help, man. Bad, bro.
How can I help?
I sold a property. I got 20 grand. I need to make it. I'm not trying to make it pop, but I need to make it pop.
You're trying to make it pop.
Yeah, but I mean, like, because I want to put 20 in Apple.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, I know they pay a small dividend because I want to use the money to try to put down for a down payment for a home.
Mm-hmm.
So
you trying to flip it? You trying to flip it?
Yeah, but that sounds irresponsible at the same time. But I'm not trying to flip it over some nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Respectfully.
But regardless of reason, when you try and flip, it puts a lot of pressure on. There adds stress that you don't need.
Okay.
So, but what kind of return are you looking for?
Somewhere. I don't. Of course, more than like maybe 5, 10, 20% would be great. But just a safe growth, but not extremely conservative.
$1 million question is where can I get good returns that don't draw down too much? If you're gonna do Apple, and I got you. Trading has risk. So if Apple drops back down to 128.98, that's when I would put my money in. I wouldn't do $1 before then. A second one I talked about at InvestFest, VUG. So Victor, unanimous, God. If it gets down to 272.25, I'll put money in there. I don't know how long it'll take to drop to those levels, but you have to wait. This is my secret. I'll let everybody burn their money on fire, and I'll be like, great, let me pick up some ashes, use my little crystal ball, put the money in. Because when people are not waiting for their exact prices, you aren't doing anything else but setting your money on fire. Now, if you have a timeline in which you want to flip, here's what happens. The money never flips as fast as you need.
All right.
But if you give it a year or 6 months, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Like 2 years is what currently I got it sitting in my Provident Credit Union account. And I want to leave it there, but it's losing losing buying power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you do Apple at that price and you're able to get in, you'll be everybody in chat to give the brother some encouragement. If Apple's done well for you this year, put yes in chat or put Apple in chat.
Put the Apple emoji.
Put the Apple emoji.
Yeah, put that emoji up there.
Because even people like it's slow. Yeah, just set a pending order for that price and you'll be good. If you hold it for a year, you'll be excellent. You'll be excellent.
Thank you.
Apple dump the whole at once. Don't try to dollar cost average or anything like that. Just drop it in there at once.
I can't tell you what to do because I'm not your advisor. As Trap will say, I know one by the name of Rashad, right? But if it were me, the prices that I give on here are the prices that I'm waiting for to put my money in.
Okay.
Hello.
So yeah. So that's where I will wait. And now, if you are really scared, I don't think it'll come down to this price anytime soon. 122.24, I would definitely load the boat. But that first price I gave you is where I'm waiting for to put more in for me and Xander.
Ooh, so it's 154 now, 128. Okay.
You know what's so crazy about that? Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate
Eddie.
You.
We appreciate you. Shout out to the Bay.
I appreciate you, bro. That was a Market Mondays first.
Yeah, that was interesting. I like that.
Yes, you never know what's gonna happen.
Now what do we do, Jen?
I think that was my fault, so I apologize. I'm new to this.
Awkward. Now you know what's so crazy. So it's funny that you said that. You said 128, right, Ian?
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking to shout out to Taylor and shout out to Larry.
LG
Taylor. Ian, you might have seen him. He was with me at InvestFest. He's the young man that actually I was playing ball with. And that video that video, he felt the way about that. He scored a lot of points. It was, I had to.
Oh, you played when you scored?
Yeah, I'm not gonna put when he scored.
I mean, it's your post.
Exactly.
You could have just put a shot, like.
But he did. Long story short, that's my guy, man. That's my guy. Grew up. He's younger than us, and he kind of grew up, under our tutelage. So long story short, I'm speaking to him today. We played ball today, and afterwards we was talking about stocks, and he was saying like, should I buy Apple now? And I told him like, nah, you can't buy now. I'm like, never buy all-time highs. That's like, oh. So he's like, all right, well, when should I buy? So then I broke out my percentage calculator and I was showing him like, all right, look, if it goes 20%, that's definitely a good time to buy. So I think 20%, I think is like 125 or something like that. And I'm like, so you can just round it to 130. I'm like, if it gets to like 130, then that's a number that you definitely want to buy at. So yeah, it's interesting that you said 128 because I literally just had this conversation with him earlier today, and I told him like, if it gets to 130, then that's a number that you definitely will want to probably go crazy on. So
shout out to
Chuck. Here's a rule of thumb for everybody investing: there's only a few good prices to buy, and we talked about a couple of weeks ago, like you said, 25% off, 20% off, 50, 75. You guys don't even need, like, I want to learn charts. Use a calculator. For everybody in real estate gets this 50% off. My dad would say, you can build the equity back into it if you get 50% off, 20% off deal. The all-time high for Apple is at 154.98. It's at 154.30. It is a no buy right now.
No buy zone.
Like Tim Cook wouldn't buy Apple right now. You have to stop gambling. And then mastery of, I know some of you don't want to hear it, but those of you who did not master your craft last year at this, mastered losing money. Wait for the buy areas. Everybody's going to tell you that they had a blueprint to the money side. If I made you money, put yes in chat. I'm not going to lead you wrong. You have to hold it for at least a year. 5 years is ideal. But if it gets to 120, that's why I say if Trap and I agree, like if I said to get in at 160 and you were saying 128, something's wrong. Everybody should. And when you guys are formulating your own prices, you should be within $2 or $3 of where I'm saying. That's when you know you finally have your own crystal ball and you don't need anybody else. But you can use a calculator and just 20% off, 25% off, 30% off, and know where to be able to get in. And that's for any product.
And I always go by the 10, 20, 30 strategy. I think I spoke about this on my financial planning call. So if something at an all-time high, you take 10% off, like in that scenario, that would be a decent buy point. 20% off is a really good buy point. 30% off is an exceptional buy point. So the thing that people say is like, all right, it's kind of risky because what if it doesn't hit that 20 and then I'm waiting forever and then I never get a chance? So what you can also do is dollar cost into it. You can dollar cost down. So you can say, okay, I got, let's say I have $9,000 to invest, right? So I put 3,000 in when it hits 10%. So that way I'm still in. Now, if it goes down even further to 15 or 20, I got another 3,000 I'm gonna put in. And then if I get really lucky and it goes down to 30, then I could put the other 3% in, 3,000 in. So that way I'm not waiting if you have bad anxiety, because that's something that people was like, well, I'm just going to keep waiting forever and it's never going to hit this number.
Or you can get in early and lose all your money.
That's an option.
Like I'm being real with y'all. It's not anxiety. You want to gamble. If let's say I'm a competitor. If I want you to lose, the more trades you take and the worse prices you get, you'll never beat me. I'll tell you guys my actual blueprint. This isn't like the remix version. Your inability to wait is what's going to cost you your future and your freedom. You got some like energy I brought on stage. Some of you told me like, man, I heard you on Market Mondays, but seeing you in person, like, yeah, you really live that. Y'all was out partying. I'm texting some of y'all like, man, these slides gonna be fire on Sunday. You're seeing me do it like if you will not wait for the best price, you are actively choosing to say, I want to be broke. I want my kids to be broke. I want my family to be broke. You know everything about when the Travis Scott's coming out. You guys knew the whole rollout for Donda before Kanye knew. How do you not know this? I love Kanye. I love Drake. Them brothers not gonna make you no money though.
Talk to him.
Being real. That's why I'll say most important to the coach. I'm not saying it for ego. Part of his marketing, my WWF thing, right? But in 20 years. Okay, tell me this. And from 2001 to 2005, which album made you and your family money? Don't worry. I'll wait. Shout out to Cat Williams. I know if you execute on the prices that I give in 5 or 10 years, you should have me at every Christmas and every barbecue cookout you guys have for the next 5 years. Choose to master this. Corporations have mastered how to take our attention off things that don't matter to make us fans of other people that will never pay us. Whose benefit is that for? It's up to you. Do what you want to do. I know what I'm doing for me.
That was a message brought to you by Two Stock Shakur. We thank you, my brother. Yo, speaking of Apple, real quick, I'm not sure if y'all saw this, but it was the 10-year anniversary of Tim Cook being the CEO. You aware of this?
Man, you know.
Did you see what he was awarded? Did y'all see this? So he was awarded 5 million shares, and actually he was awarded 5 million shares and sold the 5 million shares for a grand total of $750 million. Congratulations on 10 years, Tim. 750.
And I can argue, even with that, he's still probably the most underpaid CEO for the value that he's brought to one company.
750 to 2 trillion. That's a big difference. Yeah. So you got a point there, my guy.
And everyone's like, well, he cashed out. Does this mean in the end? Listen, if you got 750 million, you're cashing out too. If somebody offered me 750 for market, I'm going to sell it without even talking to hey, bro, what wire information? Hey, checks come. We'll make another one. Trading Tuesdays coming soon. So like you have to know when to get out. he's put in enough work. And then the prior time that he was there next to Steve, not being hurt, like he's done a great job. I said he was the greatest all time. Like, Bezos probably the greatest, but number 2. Yeah, Tim Cook, the last 50 years probably is the second best CEO of all time, hands down.
Yeah,
smoking on top 5.
Yes, Trading Tuesdays.
Don't nobody take my idea because I'm out of work. Michael, please go trademark that tomorrow. I know y'all gonna be Trading Tuesdays, man. I was inspired by you, King. Be inspired, but don't steal. I was inspired by you. You not do that.
Very,
give me credit.
Very thin line. Very thin line.
Or let me executive produce it or something, but don't y'all be stealing. We got Blue Pandas coming out next week, huh?
With no apology.
Hello.
At all.
With no apology.
Chill. Trapping Tuesdays. That's our brothers. Chill.
Shout out to my guy. Yeah, Trap my guy. I know that.
Don't do that.
No apology.
We taking one more? Jim, what we doing? We taking one more?
Yeah, we can do
it's up to you guys.
Let's do it.
All right, Derek Love, unmute yourself, please. And don't turn your camera on. I'm joking.
I won't. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you perfect. Derek, what's going on?
What's up? This is crazy. Never thought I was gonna get selected. That's what's up. Yo, thank y'all for everything. Thank you for what y'all do. Ian, my question is for you, man. So listen, I feel like you guys give out these great clues, these great hints every week. And I always feel like I'm a step behind because it's like, all right, don't do this if you don't have your two stocks, your 2 ETFs. But you guys were just talking about today, TQCL, and it's like I'm not where I need to be yet, but am I going to miss that boat, so to speak? So I guess what would you say to people that are kind of just getting on, but you guys are dropping these gems? How should they kind of tackle that?
TECL, I'll just give you the price for it. Give me 1 second. I would only do 20% of the money that you have. I would touch it at 56.46. I would not touch it a penny before, and so you're going to cry. And then after that, I would get 1 index if you're afraid, and 1 tech and start small. VUG is a great one. Our brother mentioned SPLG. That one is good, but it's not in the Vanguard ecosystem. So VUG I like, and then just buy there. You guys don't need 20. Like if you just build upon one, what happens is you see the one work, and then you'll call back and be like, hey man, that worked. When should I get into the next? Just focus on 2 for right now. I would probably 10% of your portfolio on TECL and then get Apple after that. You'll be golden. The most important, and for everyone, the most important thing is just to buy quality. Some of you want to write a dissertation on why a stock should go up or down. None of that matters. Even for all of you that have masters and PhDs, I commend you. How much of the work that you did when you were writing your thesis didn't matter once you graduated or made you less money? The only thing is about executing. And the thing that I fear from 2020 to 2060, this is going to be the era of investors because they're going to find a way to dwindle these jobs around. It's the reason why I keep saying this. This isn't like something that I heard from, on Twitter. Like, please, I'm begging you guys, you're going to have to start buying because even if I'm going to be real, the job market going to be cut in half by 2040. I'll say that. That's from someone I was told who runs a major tech company and sold it 3 or 4 years ago. Job market's going to be cut in half.
And Derek, tomorrow we have a meeting called FOMO Anonymous run by the Wall Street Gossip Club. And we'll be talking about strategies so you can figure out your investment strategy and what works best for you so that you're not on these calls getting confused and feeling like you should do this or do that. You have to know what works for you. So
you're a segue queen as well.
I see Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
Yo, we're working on things over there in EYL University.
Y'all talking to Auntie Oprah ain't told me? His segue is fire.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Another glorious Market Mondays. Definitely got to thank you guys for tuning in to Market Mondays, even though it's a holiday.